Hello folks, I just want to point your attention to these. Oh, I guess they avoided the perilous doom that awaited them. Anyway, I want to welcome you back to Nevada. We continue our adventure in the western part of Nevada, continuing on with our Best of the Most West tour. Yes, it's this part of the Nevada area that we're going to be exploring, and this is the oldest part of Nevada. To me, it's the most important part of Nevada. Las Vegas, that can be done some other day. In fact, today I have something I think is a little better than Las Vegas. Now this is the Truckee River. Yeah, it starts on those high peaks. All the headwaters rush down, converge, make a giant river, which flows, I guess, in this general direction. Once it gets out of this urban area, it'll reach Pyramid Lake, a little bit north of us. And then what happens to this water? Well, it doesn't go to any larger body of water like a larger river or an ocean. It just sits and evaporates. So say it with me, it's an endorheic basin. Just like the endorheic basin we saw way back at the Salton Sea down in Southern California, this too does not reach any sea or ocean. Now in front of us we see a large urban area which I'm sure would love nothing more than to have us spend a little money. Yeah, it's one of those cities. But this city all started with this river. When the Silver Rush was in full swing, a bridge was constructed to get across. Because as you see, these rapids were harsh and precarious, and any foolish person not being careful enough could get seriously injured or worse. But a bridge was constructed out of logs, out of wood, out of the materials that were found here. And a toll service was set up and was very attractive to the people who wanted to get to those silver mines up in the mountains from California. Today's location all came about from the Truckee River. And what came about of it? Well, it's a lot. But that's what we're here to explore today. So I welcome you all to the second most populous city of Nevada, Reno, the biggest little city in the world. It's only the first week of May. I get that it's not summer, but these are some pretty strong, cold, pounding winds coming in my direction. Not something I'm used to. Welcome to Reno, I guess. Yeah, this is no ordinary city. Way, way, way more hotels and parking garages than the ordinary city would have. And that's for good reason. Well, I don't know if it's good, but there's definitely a reason behind it. Reno, Nevada is often thought to be considered the poor man's version of Las Vegas. It's a lot smaller, but it still has all the amenities one could want for a weekend of gambling and having fun, just as you would be doing in Las Vegas. I'm just amazed. There are so many parking garages left and right. Does this small little city, I guess the biggest small city in the world, need all of these? I mean, it seems like right now they're empty and it's a Saturday. Wouldn't it be packed right now if it's the weekend? I'm not too sure. Oh well, but oh, that is very interesting. I told you there's gonna be wins here, but I guess the concept goes like, hey, do you wanna go for a weekend of gambling, eating, having fun, listening to performances, all the types of stuff? Oh, you mean Las Vegas? Well, we can't really afford Las Vegas. I guess Reno has some stuff. And that's the idea behind Reno. Poor man's Las Vegas, but Reno, you'll be happy to know that on the coverage project, you don't come in second place. You are our priority over Vegas. Circus, circus. This video is becoming a circus. So, beginning with a humble settlement just for simple passage across a river, one can only pose the question, how did Reno get like this? Well, at first, the gold mining industry of California and the Sierra Nevadas brought a few people. It was a very, very small settlement, and the Comstock Lode discovery really helped prop Reno with popularity, getting people settled in here. And it was slowly but steadily growing. But then in 1931, the state of Nevada legalized gambling, and this was quite a big deal. Gambling in all of the country was pretty much illegal. Gambling was finally legalized here in Deadwood, and today it stands as only the third location in which gambling is actually legal in the US after the state of Nevada and Atlantic City, New Jersey. Yeah, believe it or not, all those casinos you see around the country, they're made from loopholes in the law. Either riverboat cruises or on Indian reservations. It was considered a very low-life activity associated with criminal gangs. Generally, you didn't want to be associated with the scene of gambling. But Nevada was in the Wild West. It was a very free place. I guess the culture even today of Nevada is that of a very free, liberated place where you can really never set a standard too low in this state. But yeah, in addition to gambling, the divorce laws in the state of Nevada were lax compared to all the other states. Nevada said, hey, stay here, be a resident for 6 weeks. That's all you gotta do. Compared to 6 months, no problem. Very short time. And you could become divorced if you don't like your partner. Come to Nevada. This attracted a new wave of people coming to Reno, Nevada. Not just for a weekend of fun, but also to get in line to get divorced. Many different shops and restaurants came to Reno, set up shop to cater to this new wave of divorce tourism. It's actually crazy how it all happened, but I guess Nevada's the state where everybody gets away from society's moral rigor standard. You know, it's the famous sign that says it all. Biggest little city in the world, Reno. But is this truly the biggest little city in the world? That's not for me to decide. I think I have my answer, but what do you think? Is Reno the biggest little city in the world? The world's a big place. Hey, and what do you know? Reno clock. You know, at the height of this type of tourism's popularity here in Reno, they had a saying around the mid-20th century. I'm going to Reno. And if you were told that, well, you might want to believe they're just having fun for a weekend or so, but they're actually getting divorced. Yeah, it was like a secret code phrase, I'm going to Reno, which meant they were trying to take advantage of the 6-week residence window, where after that they could have the papers signed. It would take a lot longer in the rest of the country, but here in Nevada, it would work and it was legal. In today's current age, the divorce tourism's really not in operation all that much. It's not known for it as much as it was maybe 60, 70 years ago. There's still places to gamble all over, as we saw. Plenty of casinos. In recent decades, it's taken advantage of the nearby Silicon Valley, and it's been a place where companies will settle to have a base of operations for tech. I do want to make it clear though, although Reno is trying to diversify its economy, it's mainly a stop on the tourist track for that Vegas-esque style tourism. If it's too much of a hassle to go to Vegas, you can always stop at Reno. Okay, here's where the video changes a little bit. I want to preface this by saying I think gambling's kind of not for me. It can be fun for other people, and if you want to waste your money that way, that's totally fine. It's just not for me. I don't condone it, and it can be very dangerous when it goes beyond just a fun little thing and turns into a habit or an addiction. With that said though, we are in Nevada, we are in Reno. I gotta partake in something, right? By no means do I think I'm even gonna be successful or win big at all. I mean, with all these lights and fancy decorations, that costs a lot of money. Where do you guys think that money is coming from? It's coming from people who spend a little too much at these casinos. So I have $5 here. In my mind, this is as good as gone and lost. I don't expect to get this $5 back, but I'm gonna see if we can get into a casino, play a game or two, just for the cultural experience. I mean, I want to show you all an interactive demonstration of just how significant these institutions are to this state. Okay, so we're at the casino. I'm just gonna focus on this one slot machine. That's the only game I'm really gonna play. What can I say? My surroundings smells like cigarette smoke all around me. And there's an ashtray for those people who do like to indulge in some tobacco. But this is what it is. Just kind of like a glorified arcade for adults. Bright lights, cool colors. Makes me want to stay here for 3 hours. Let's see what this does. I have no idea how to play. Okay, so I didn't understand this game at all. I cashed out. I think I'm going home. Oh wow, look at that. 50 cents. I didn't expect to get anything. This'll go to the gas fund. You see this? It means I'm a big winner. Never mind that I spent $5 just to receive 50 cents back. You know, I got out of the casino before I started spending more money. That's a victory at heart for me. That's what really counts. Having fun in moderation. Well, we're finally away from the biggest little city in the world, a city of 270,000 around, and we've made it to the Bartley Ranch, a historic ranch around the Reno area. To the east, far beyond that mountain range, sits the great high desert of Nevada's Great Basin. To the west, well, you have another set of mountains. Far, far away are the Sierra Nevadas. Reno and the surrounding Reno area, which included yesterday's Carson City, is the second largest metropolitan area in Nevada. It doesn't even compare with the size of Las Vegas, but it is the next best thing. In between two great parts of the US, the West Coast and the Old West frontier deserts in the Rocky Mountains, this Reno area was a great corridor along a mountain pass to get from the heart of America to the last stretch on the way to the West Coast. This was an important transportation hub. Locomotives and steam engines very often frequented the Reno area. And from here on, the Bartley Ranch Regional Park's Ranch Loop Road, you can get a great picture of the geography and the terrain these old transportation machines would have had to cross. There's the biggest little city in the world, right over there, large enough to be seen, just barely. Well, that was Reno, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed it. We have one more destination in the Silver State, and I'm anticipating that it's going to be a fun one. You'll definitely know why Nevada is the Silver State after that. So, I'll leave it off at that with a little bit of suspense, a little bit of fun anticipation. So, looking at a great view of this valley and the greater Reno area. In my opinion, a little more than just a substitute for Las Vegas. More travels to come. I will see you at the next location.